Hi everybody, welcome back to Chateau and Truffles. Today I'm going to be showing you the east wing of our little chateau. It used to be a house where the person that looked after the livestock on the property used to live, and a barn that was a commercial garage. Come on, let's go. Here are some pictures of what it looked like before. We decided to knock it all through and turn it into a restaurant next to the lake for our daughter Kirsty, which we ran for several years, having some great times and meeting some really nice people. Unfortunately, my husband Kevin had a couple of heart attacks, which came as a real surprise. So we decided we needed to make some drastic lifestyle changes. We used to breed Highland cattle, Jacob sheep and rare breed pigs, which we used to sell through the restaurant. So they were the first to go. Then closing the restaurant, as it was obviously a lot of work and unsociable hours. Plus the fact Kirsty was starting a family. So, what to do with the restaurant? When we converted it, we set it out so that it would be relatively easy to change into a livable space. So this was the main area of the restaurant. This wall actually wasn't here. We've added it to make a bedroom. The raised area, where we've now got our wood burner, which is really lovely to have in the bedroom, except for sometimes it does get a bit hot and the wood cracking through the night can keep you awake, is actually the roof of our vaulted cellar. When we had the restaurant, we used to use it as a stage, and we had some really fantastic music nights, always being sold out, and often going on until the early hours of the morning. Kevin and my son Ben are part of the local chasse, so we were very lucky to be not only supported by them, but by the locals. One time they booked for 65 people and the restaurant only holds 68. Good times, but a lot of hard work. Although I was the chef, Kevin and Kirsty helped out in the kitchen, and Kevin got really good at managing our large char grill. In all the years we were open, he only ever had one steak come back, and that was from a heavily pregnant lady who realised she shouldn't be having a rare steak in her condition. Also, on one occasion, I got my first bout of pneumonia, which has since become a regular occurrence for me, and was taken into hospital. We had organised a tapas evening for 2 nights later, and I'd sorted out the 12 dishes that I was going to cook. But instead of cancelling, Kirsty and Kevin organised some extra servers and sorted out the recipes and the ingredients that they needed to do the dishes. They tried to phone me several times, but I was so high on morphine, they said I just wasn't making sense. Anyway, they got through the evening with only one hitch. We had some vegetarian friends that had booked in, and Kirsty and Kevin had catered for them. But towards the end of the evening, one of the young French girls, servers that were helping out, said, "What's a vegetarian?" Turns out she'd given their dishes to anybody. As I said, lots of fun, but very stressful. So this is the ensuite to our bedroom. It used to be the toilet for the restaurant, which we've obviously changed quite a bit. And this is my Murano clown collection. When I had my breast cancer scare, Kevin started buying me these, and it really cheered me up. It seemed like one was arriving virtually every day. It helped me get through a really stressful time. So this is the other part of the restaurant, which we use as our lounge. A friend of ours built this lovely fireplace for us out of old stone lying around the property. There were several smaller fireplaces here, but they weren't safe, and one even collapsed while we was working in here. This wall wasn't here. We made another bedroom from what was the bar area. And we kept the shelves for display. This is the ensuite that used to be the dishwashing area before going through a door into the cooking and food prep area. It's French law that the dirty dishes must come in one door and cooked food must go out another door. The two must never come into contact. I'll show you the kitchen another time, but we're just about to start ripping it out. This is the upper floor area with the staff toilet and changing room, which we now use really to keep the bee equipment. There's loads of room to add more ensuite bedrooms, but we don't need any more. So it's used for hiding junk and building materials. That's the problem of having too much space. This is a lake just outside the window, and why we moved in here a couple of years ago, because I love watching the wildlife on the lake. We get kingfishers, herons, ospreys, and even migrating cranes sometimes stop over here. It's quite a sight seeing a couple of hundred migrating cranes bobbing up and down all night, and they do make quite a lot of noise. We also get deer and boar swimming across the lake. We have a friend that is a wildlife photographer who regularly spends a day here and gets some great photos. This is one he gave us of a kingfisher on our lake. As this part of the house is next to the lake, we started calling it the Lake Cottage. Problem is, as it was a restaurant for so long, we all revert back to calling it the restaurant. Old habits die hard. As we are moving back into the main part of the property, we've decided to let some of these rooms out as chambre d'hôte or B&B. It seems a waste them sitting there empty. As we pay for the running of our property through our company, French Truffle Tree, we have a lot of customers that have bought trees or are thinking of buying trees as an investment or a gift that want to come and stay. So it makes sense to use these rooms. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we've put a link to our company French Truffle Tree down below.